Step into the ring. submit to no one.
Step into the ring.
Welcome to, let me know, wow, I don't know if, that might be clipping a little bit, but welcome to Post University versus Adelphi University today. I'm Frisco. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to a new season. Looking to have lots of fun right now. Yeah, sorry. I was just kind of playing before. We didn't actually start yet, so sorry about the wait. I don't know. Maybe I should, like, if I'm playing like a little bit before, and maybe I should switch it over first. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't switch over the stream. I feel like I shouldn't switch over the stream unless it's actually the students playing. It'd probably be kind of ruin the point of it a little bit. But either way, we're getting into it right now. How you doing, Lone? You doing good, Lone Wolf? But yeah, let me know if I'm like clipping or anything like that, or if I need to raise anything. It's been a little while since we've done this, so gotta get back into the swing of things a little bit. But this is the first division games for Smash Purple. Glad to hear it, Lone. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Things are going well with me too. Can't complain, having fun. A lot of work, but things are good. Things are chill. Now with Smash Purple this season, I know that Asthmatic is not going to be. He benched him. I'm pretty sure he benched himself. So this lineup this year is going to be GOAT for Purple. At the very least, Ghost, Great, and Crimson. And Crimson's going to be moving up from Orange Division from last year. From last season, rather. So, it's going to be very interesting to have a Terry on the team for this. And it's going to be Terry versus Palu. Now, because here's the thing. Palu has a lot of, disjoints and invincibility hits. And Terry does as well, just they probably aren't as... how you would say, ooh, we're going right into it, that neutral B. A lot of Terry's disjoints aren't going to be as kind of noticeable as Palu, because Palu has an invincible back air, and that back air does so much spacing and kill potential work. Might be a little hard for Terry to get in, considering he really wants to kind of drive a lot of these momentum hits, kind of like we were seeing with these side Bs. And if Palu can kind of keep Terry out, there's not a ton he can do. So Terry needs to be kind of clever with how he recovers, because he has a very exploitable recovery, especially for a character like Palu. You need to really take it slow and really choose your interactions against Palu, or else you're going to get zoned out with these side Bs coming out of Palu. Ooh, but that confirm into side B is going to take it on Palu. Jeez. I don't think it was that late of percent comparatively, but still, that's really... Terry has really strong kill power, so he has that going for him. As long as Terry's not getting zoned out by these nairs from Palu, it should be really good for him. Really flat stage is a really good stage for Terry too, if you think about it. A lot of these fighting game characters really like flat surfaces because they have the auto turnaround, things of that sort. And they tend to really want their opponent to be on the same plane of level for them so that they can have that full opportunity with the auto turnaround. And with Power Gazer kind of online, it makes it all the harder for Palu to just kind of come in with these rising nairs, or even landing nairs to some extent. Really good anti-airing tools coming out from Crimson. 3-on-1. Oh, jeez. Crimson is really letting this roll right now. Holding on to go. The longer Terry can stay in these high percent ranges, the more effective his kill power will be, and the more effective he will be at just generally building up damage. Oh, that was a misinput. He really wanted to go for that up B. But right now, Care has to do a little bit of, catch up. This is the time for Palu to kind of take it, though. These low percents will build up with these, you know, down throw nairs and things of that sort. Ooh, not able to get the confirm from that canceled aerial. Jab jab. Wow, rising tackle. Usually you see jab jab power dunk at these lower percents, or even mid percent. I like rolling underneath that neutral B, and power dunk is not going to take it. That's way too soon for that to kill. Dash attack is invincible on Palu. I don't think he has a jump, does he? You can kind of consider power dunk a, you know, a third jump right there. Just a little bit out of range of that Buster Wolf. There's no jump again. Gotta recover low. And when you recover with Terry, you do not grab the ledge, so you need to make sure you recover as low as you possibly can, so that way you don't get like hit by Palu's down tilt like we saw there. And back air is going to take it. That move is such a strong kill move. But Palu at 111, Crimson, ew, that's going to do it. Side B is going to take it on Palu at 111%, leaving. Oh, I just realized my numbers are all wrong. Again, this is a 3-on-3 with each team getting 3 stocks for each member. So that means Post is down to 7 and Adelphi is down to 6, with Post having a slight lead right now. Crimson started off really strong, though Carr, I don't know if it's pronounced Carr or Char, I'll say Char. Char was able to bring it back quite a bit, though. Crimson had a 3-on-1 lead, and it went all the way down to even stocks by the end. Gladly, Crimson was able to take it, but, you know, Char was able to kind of adapt a little bit more. I felt like there was a really good opportunity at the lower percents for Palu to really build up damage with things with like those nair loops and whatnot. Palu is just such an effective neutral character and is able to kind of keep characters out if she decides to space well. And that can be problematic for characters like Terry, where, you know, if he really needs to like secure a kill, he usually needs to commit, or else he needs to be kind of creative with how he kind of approaches with his power dunk, or, you know, he might want to cross up with, oh, I forget the backside B name. I always call it K-pop, because it always sounds like he's saying K-pop. Crack shoot. It's called crack shoot. That's what it's called. But that move is, when it comes to crack shoot, that move is actually pretty broken, not gonna lie. Really effective at crossing up, can be super safe on shield. I probably would have liked to have seen a little bit of more of that coming out from Crimson that match, but still, you know, still coming out on top. Really good showing coming out of Crimson. Now, when it comes to these ECAC matches, this is going to be a 3-on-3, and each player has 3 stocks, so it's a total of 9 stocks. And of course, it's a best of 3. So the first team to lose all their stocks loses for that round, and then reset and do it again. And whatever team gets to 2 wins is the winner for these. Now, and here's our stage list. For our starters, the first match of each round, you can only pick from starter stages, and then after that, the subsequent matches can have counter picks introduced. So with Terry generally likes to have a flatter stage in some cases. You know, really likes to make use of that auto turnaround in many cases. A lot of his attacks will benefit from that, and especially with like things like F tilt, where he will benefit from a flatter stage for like tech chases and whatnot. But Terry can also do very well on, you know, dual plats because of things like power dunk, and how he can kind of follow up and pressure on platforms in such a way. And even up B can kill off the top. We'll try, Slap. We will try just for you, in honor of you. But I would say when it comes to Adelphi right now, they probably want to. Well, right now Crimson is banning. I'm going to assume he might ban things like Yoshi's Story, because the platforms are a little higher. Might not be able to make as much kind of poking usage whenever somebody sits on one of those higher up platforms. Though it's a better opportunity for Terry to kill off the top. But I assume Adelphi is going to bring him to a more of a platform stage. Maybe a tri-plat if they can. But we'll see. But it's Ike, and if they can get him to a tri-plat, that is prime Ike real estate. And I'm actually surprised. I'm actually very surprised that We're bringing him to a flat stage. This is kind of a really good stage for Terry right now, especially with Ike. Ike really likes platforms. Ike likes to kind of have that opportunity to kill off the top. I'm doing great, Slap. Thank you for asking. How's everything with you? And Terry is really going to be able to do a decent job at kind of anti-airing Ike in many ways, especially with Terry's up air. It's just this is not it, man. This is not it. I would not have brought Terry here. I mean, hey, we don't complain when this is. Oh no, oh, that was a save. That was so funny. Crimson would have died there. He had no jump. He would have died, but because Ike hit him on the way up, he actually got back. He got hit up and was able to recover. Save your jump. Save your jump. No! Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he still had his jump there, though I might have missed it. That was a really unfortunate death. Especially because Crimson was ahead the entire time there. He did use it. I missed it then. But, oh geez. That's tough. Yeah. Getting gimped off stage is a problem with Terry because his recovery tools, he needs to be very creative. He needs to kind of approach things, especially with Power Dunk. He can kind of alter his trajectory in many ways. He needs to approach better with that. Usually when you get off stage, you really need to conserve your jump, especially if you're a character like Terry, Cloud, somebody without like the farthest traveling up B. You need to really hold on to those resources, especially with a character like Ike, Ike has a very strong recovery just through the use of side B, so he can kind of afford in many ways to hold on to his jump, and afford in many ways to use his jump early because he can kind of side B. You still generally don't want to use your jump too quickly, but Ike definitely has more opportunities to recover than Terry does, and Ike can also, yeah, as BK kind of mentioned before, gimp you in a decent way, especially with things like down tilt. If you're not recovering low enough with Terry, you can get hit out of your up B. And here comes the answer with Kenny. Now Kenny has a ton of experience in this matchup, especially fighting against Denny. So I imagine that this is going to go well for Kenny, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, we're going right into it because it's an even 6-on-6 right now. You better shield that. Yep, there goes the grab, up tilt. Yep. And the grenade. Another thing about this matchup, and I know the reason why Denny really does not like fighting Snake is because whenever Snake pulls out a grenade, if Ike kind of swings a little preemptively, he'll explode the grenade and it's just punish damage on Ike. Oh, Kenny already starting the season with these really going for these F smashes that are kind of greedy. I'm gonna punch that with dash attack. Nice spot dodge. Gonna hit him off a stage with F tilt. You're not gonna be able to hit Ike out of his side B with Nikita because he can kind of release that early. And if you hit Nikita, it will actually remove the hitbox. So that's one way to kind of counteract that off stage. Nikita's an incredibly strong edge guarding tool, but if you hit it at all when you're off stage, then you're a lot safer. Just kind of get used to swinging at it. Kenny's opting to stay kind of far away, which is he probably should. Ike is kind of a heavier character, and generally Snake likes to go with these trades, but the heavier the character, the less worth it trades are. Back throw. Kenny should recover high. Air dodge. Yep, there you go. Very good air dodge. When you're above Ike, that's really the opportunity where Ike really wants to kill you with his up air. You have to be very careful. Dash attack is not going to connect, and actually that is going to be stopped. That's going to put Adelphi in the lead right now. Kenny really needs to take some socks right now. At 155, yeah, and you can't up tilt that. He can just up B because very nice C4 from Kenny. Kenny has to start being a lot trickier with how he wants to get these kills though, because Ike does have armor on the up B, so he can't just kind of run up and up tilt. Like he can, but he always takes the risk of Ike just kind of throwing out up B and then armoring through it, and there's no knockback there. Oh, very good air dodge to that F smash. He could, actually, depending on how far he charged it, he could have died. Mistiming the roll there a little bit. Back throw. Yep. Getting C4 on the platform for a jumping recovery. Trying to cover the platform, but using the double jump in order to get around it from coming out of care. Oh, dash attack this, dash attack. So, when Ike kind of recovers that high, it's a little scary to try and interact with it, but you can actually hit Ike out of that recovery at the top. Very nice up tilt coming out of Kenny right there. Jumping over the C4. Kenny really needs to hold on to the stock right now. Oh, that's going to get punished hard. And I think Kenny uses his jump. He needs to recover really carefully. I like using the grenades to kind of cover his approach. Really take it slow. Kenny's got to take it slow. Okay. Really good anti-air with that back air. Oh, going to cover the dash attack with a jab. That air dodge is a little suspect. And Kenny loses another one. It's down even again. We're on 4-4 in stocks. But Kenny has a 55% lead. That back throw is going to send him off, though. Oh, very good air dodge. That was kind of a scary situation. Jab. No jump is used. Dash attack is... side B is going to go right for the ledge. Cook these grenades. Make these approaches really tough for Ike right now. That's a punish. Back throw. We're actually getting to down throw. Oh! Really? I did not know the up tilt could go that far and kill that early on Ike. That's crazy. But Kenny is going to take it. Putting Post at 4 stocks to Adelphi's 3. For a little second there, Post was behind in stocks for like a little bit of a second. But yeah, we definitely take those, BK. We definitely take those. This is close. I really like it when we have these close matches, man. A couple things I would have liked to have seen a little bit more out of Kenny. Whenever he decided to anti-air with that back air, it did very well from him. Because here's the thing. Ike as a character is a very polarizing character for a lot of players. He's a very basic character. Probably the most basic character in this game, where he has a general game plan that's landed aerials, anti-air when you can, kill with, you know, your 2-hit combo, which is nair to up air when you're in that percentage range, or just kind of finish it out with an up B or a smash attack. He's a very, very basic character. But because of that, he's also, you know, he's very dependent on being in the air. A lot of his attack opportunities will be in that burst range of a short hop or a full hop into a landed aerial. Kenny can use back air as a wonderful anti-air tool to kind of contest him in that area where he wants to land. And the couple times that he did it, it put the Ike player in a really bad situation. I kind of wanted Kenny to cover that area a little bit more throughout the match. Maybe try to punish a lot of Ike's higher recoveries with dash attack, because you can actually do that. If you time it well, when Ike throws the sword up for his great ether, there's actually a lack of a hitbox on a certain part of it. So in theory, Kenny could dash attack, and the second he connects with that, it will send Ike right back off stage, and it's a lot harder for him to recover, unless he held onto his jump. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that coming out of Kenny, but still, it was a really good showing, and he had a lot of really good follow-ups, especially off a grenade. We saw the grenade to back air combo, or was it up air, a couple times. It was very nice follow-ups. And the care was very good with using side B to kind of counteract the Nikita, because a lot of characters don't have an answer for Nikita. That you generally need to throw out some sort of hitbox in order to negate it, and side B was a very good answer to that, coming out of Adelphi. Now, Snake does best when there's platforms. Triplat's not so much. I mean, Snake still gets a lot of the 2 side platforms when it comes to a triplat. But generally he likes to stay on flat, like, you know, mid, like dual plats. He gets the most out of a dual plat. So I generally would like to bring Snake to as flat of a stage as possible, so there's less opportunity for him to kind of plant different items. And especially with a character like Robin, I feel like you definitely want to bring him to a flat stage. Though Kenny does like playing on flat stages. Kenny likes playing on FD for some reason. I still don't get it. We got the stare off. Nice coming out of Kenny. But now with Robin, Robin is kind of like this zoner. Say around him again. Robin is a very, you know, kind of quirky zoner in many ways. Really strong aerials and whatnot when he actually has the charge and whatnot. But is able to cover a lot of horizontal distance. That was not safe on shield. Kenny just kind of let that happen. Now, and here's the thing. Snake is a even more unorthodox zoner, where you kind of need to cook your grenades in order to cover effective horizontal area. A lot of times, Snake likes to kind of cover approach options, but Robin doesn't necessarily need to worry about that. You can kind of throw out a lot of these projectiles to kind of explode grenades with arc fires and whatnot, and cover like standing area with the thunder attacks. Makes it a little hard for a character like Snake to approach. So if this Robin player is able to slow it down a little bit, you know, and kind of force Kenny to play in a slow fashion, it's a lot more beneficial. So I feel like in this case, Kenny really needs to play the mid-range. What the heck happened there? Ooh, right outside the range of the C4, but able to snag it. Kenny's got to kind of really try and punish a lot of these arc fires a little bit more, or jump, or kind of roll out of them. Kenny is letting this Robin kind of party on his shield, for lack of a better term. Really good up smash, calling up the jump. Covering a lot of good area with the C4 and the grenades and the up smashes. And this is kind of the mid-range. That was almost an amazing follow-up. Kenny's gonna lose it. Kenny had the rhythm right there, where he was playing a really great mid-range, kind of really denying area with certain projectiles and kind of forcing Robin to make choices. And that's generally how you want to play something like that. But then, you know, once you get the one follow-up, Robin has such strong attacks. You're not going to live terribly long. Putting Post down to their last 3, but Adelphi down to 2. Now, Robin can actually be a very difficult matchup in some ways. If you're not terribly familiar with this matchup, it can be tricky. Because Robin has all these really weird confirms, especially if he's able to get Book. But most of the time it's going to be like arc fire, kind of ladders, or arc fire into an aerial of some sort with Levin Sword. So you really do not want to set yourself up for the arc fire stuff. It's kind of take it like PK Fire. Ness, using PK Fire, really likes to get a lot of follow-ups off of stuff like that. You don't want to be in that area. And Kenny in that previous match was kind of letting arc fire just kind of land on his shield and like keep him shield stunned. So that another one could be followed up on. Kenny can punish those things if the Robin player is close enough. Otherwise, he needs to learn how to kind of back away and kind of get out of that arc fire situation. Either roll out or something. I don't think he can be shield locked that long for a second one to be effective on him. I don't think he can. Maybe I need a bit more read up on the Robin matchup, but I'm pretty sure he can. Now, against Robin, I would probably, especially if you're great, I'd probably bring him to a smaller stage if you can. Bring him to Smashville, especially if you're Bowser, or Triplat. I think Triplats would do decent, though Robin can kill off of a Triplat using arc fire follow-ups and whatnot. I would still probably either bring him to Smashville or Hollow Bastion or something like that. And Great needs to kind of really try and navigate around these projectiles as Bowser. Are we going to see Hollow Bastion? What do we got? No, we're going to Town and City. Really big stage. Now, this can be really beneficial for Bowser, especially in this formation, because Bowser can side B onto those side platforms and kill super early. But the problem with a stage as big as this is it can turn into FD, and then Bowser's going to have a really tough time approaching a zoning character like this. I probably would have preferred bringing to some form of either a dual plat, or I like the idea of a mid plat in this, but we'll see. Great does wonders with every stage. Oh, that neutral, she's gonna recover from that though. Yep, good rollout. You do not want to get those follow-ups coming from arc fire. You don't want to find yourself in shield for too long against Robin. Very nice jab. You could have punished that. I feel like you could have back-aired out of shield and it still would have been fine. Oh, we're going to get a follow-up? Yep. Arc fire into those aerial hits. That up air was so strong! Levin Sword is so strong. Still, percent is still in Post's favor right now. 97% on the Robin player. Gonna shield that. You know, you gotta jump the other way. You can't jump up and towards Robin. Wow. The percentage is stacking up. Oh no, he's stuck on the platform. Jump, you have your jump. Oh, and oh my god, the book is going to get in the way. Very good punch. Oh, thinking he was gonna. I think he was gonna get up attack. Very nice anti-air. It's not strong enough. I'm actually surprised that wasn't strong enough. And here's the kind. And here's. Oh, that's gonna kill though. Yep. This formation right here is gonna be the most beneficial for Great right now. But he needs to stay on Robin as much as he can because the stage is so big. It's giving Robin. It gives Robin so much room to kind of work. Oh, not able to punish the landing. Oh, an arc fire is gonna go right through that jab. I think you could have grabbed that up throw into Nair. No fair. Oh, up air, trying to go for that sneaky kill. Oh my God! What a read on the neutral get up. It's kind of risky because if he whiffs that, then Robin can kill. if he did any other option than neutral get up, it probably could have. Great would have been punished. Oh, that down air, kind of sneaky. Yeah, jump away. When in doubt, jump away from zoners. Because if you jump in and you get anti-aired, then you can kind of get carried for a while. Oh, the sword is going to really trip up Bowser right now. Shield that. Down. Yep. Take your time. Oh, the roll-in is going to get punished. Not able to get the up hit, though. It's going to get the weak hit to go send off stage. I'm pretty sure it's because he ran out of meter. Oh, Nair's not going to do it. But it's going to put Robin in a really tricky position. Very good rollout. And that's going to do it. Yep. There we go. Putting post up 2-0 on Adelphi. And the first round goes to post 1-0. That was a little scary there, to be honest. That was actually really scary. There was a lot of weird follow-ups when it comes to Robin. You need to be so careful in that matchup. When in doubt, jump out. When in doubt, if you jump in against an aerial and they anti-air for you for it, it's really tough. If you need to, when you're a character like Bowser, reset neutral as much as you can. Find your opportunity in a very slow situation because, you know, you want to be in on them as much as you can, but you can't rush it because if you play your hand really early and you're like, okay, I'm jumping in to get in as quick as I can, they're going to punish you for it. You jump in, get anti-aired, then you're off stage. What do? You got to take it slow. And Great started really catching on to that by the end. A lot of drift out when it came to some of his approach. Run up shield, really good stuff. Couple sticky situations, especially being off stage with the platform kind of zoning out. But able to find a lot of these, especially like decently percentaged kills when it came to the platform on the edge. Those are the opportunities where Bowser works really well on that stage. Because when it's a flat stage, when those platforms decide to go away, Bowser has a really tough time. Because then he needs to approach. He needs to jump in the air a bit more. He can't land on a platform for his approaches. He can't get those earlier kills anymore. It's a little tougher when it's completely flat. But really good stuff coming out of Great for there. And now we're restarting, and with these ECAC matches, these first rounds, because we just went through the first round, at the beginning of the second round right here, all we have access to are the starters listed up top. So right now, Post is going to be banning 2 of these stages in the starter section, then Adelphi bans 1, and then Post chooses which one they want to play on from that. Now, assuming... Who's Mr. K? Somebody new just joined. I don't know who. But assuming we are going to get Crimson Vexus at the start again, granted our rotation could change. They might send somebody else out besides Crimson. But if Crimson does come out first again, I mean, the starter... Terry really likes flat stages. As the flatter they are, generally the better he does. I would say if Post can get Final Destination or Town and City, that would work great. Otherwise, you probably want to do Smashville if neither Town and City or Final Destination are open. I feel like Smashville is a really good Terry stage, just because of that middle platform, able to cover so much area with things like Buster Wolf, Power Geyser at those higher percentages. And I think the follow-ups on a mid-platform are very strong for Terry. But Terry can also work well on a dual plat and a tri-plat if Terry is really good at those up air confirms into up B, rather, sorry. Terry can kill decently off of an up B on a tri-plat, though it's a little, you know, it's not the most beneficial thing. I would say either Final Destination, Town and City, or Smashville if you can get one of those. Unless you guys disagree with me. What? You gonna disagree with me? Anybody disagree with me on my assumptions? On my, not my assumptions. On my hypotheses of the Terry matchup? Let's go. Disagree with me. Come on. Not sure who Mr. K is, though. I'm not sure if this is somebody for Adelphi that is coming in instead of this Care one. I don't know how to pronounce it. Do I pronounce it as Care or do I pronounce it as Char? I probably should say Char, right? I don't know. I always think character, so sometimes I'm like Care, but it's probably best to call them Char. I want the music counter pick. I hope they're counter picking music right now. That's the ultimate deal. Anybody have any idea who Mr. K is? Is this somebody from Post that I'm not familiar with? It might be. Because they're going in the ring. I'm going to message Denny. Who's Mr. K? Oh, is this BK? Oh, it must be BK. I didn't realize he was playing tonight, dude. That's awesome. Alright, so this is BK. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So BK is in the house. Dark Samus versus Rob. This is an interesting one. I feel like this is a matchup you don't get that often, even though these two characters are, you know, Rob especially is very common. Dark Samus, I feel like it's still pretty common. Dark Samus is such a strong character. Ooh, yeah, Rob will be able to recover from that. This is one of those things where Rob has the potential to really kind of mess Samus's day up in some ways because of Reflector and kind of denying zone with the gyro. Samus needs to be really careful in a lot of this because especially with the laser kind of tough. But if you anti-air Rob, you can kind of carry him for a while. I feel like this is a relatively even matchup. That could have been a down air. Really nice bomb to grab situation coming out of BK. Trying to cover the area with that forward air. Not able to cover that though. Gonna be trading neutral Bs right now. Gyro is covering that space. Recover low. Really good staying in shield. Good patience. Not getting caught in that up smash. Oh, catching the jump. And wow, that was some shoddy DI. That killed so early. That was really good coming out of BK. Really capturing the situation. That's not going to quite kill yet. Robo Lariat is a very strong move, but not that strong. 127 coming out of Samus right now. Again, the longer you stay in the red, generally the better off you are because you're making worth out of your stocks. The longer you live, generally the better off you're doing. And there goes that Robo Lariat is going to take it. Rob at 37. This is still very even, especially with a character like Rob's weight. Rob is a very heavy character in this game generally. Really nice bomb to punish the Robo Lariat, but kind of matching another Robo Lariat, and it is going to, you know, punish Samus on that. I really like these Zairs. Back throw. No! That was so cheeky! Covering that area with the side B so hard. Now, if I'm BK at this point, I would really be a little peeved right now, having that lead and then losing it, just something like that. Really good up B. Gonna punish that neutral air. The thing is, you can't Robo Lariat like that. You are going to get punished eventually, and right now BK is doing a really good job of it. That could have been Nuppy. That could have been a Humpy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, kind of dropping shield a little too early. Good job jumping over gyro. Good spacing, but letting go of shield a little too early again. I don't know if it's because of the online that he's letting go of these options too a little early. Neutral air is going to take it though to cover that option. You have to really slow it down if you're BK right now. Oh no! Don't jump in. You don't have a jump. No, that is going to kill. Oh. Platforms in Ultimate are super sticky. There was not a whole lot that BK could have done in that situation because he burned his jump super early. And he did get, you know, he needed to go for that platform in order to have like a really safe recovery. But platforms in this game are super sticky. Characters, and what I mean by that is characters have a certain amount of lag whenever they land on a surface. There's a certain number of frames that you are stuck in the spot where you land. It's a very small amount of time, but it's still there, and it's a really good opportunity where you can't, if you land, you can't act. So what the Rob player could notice there was BK was on the platform, landed on the platform. There's a certain amount of time that he's stuck there. So Rob decided, okay, I'm just going to go all in and side B off stage as the platform is going to the left, even closer off the stage, and it's going to kill super early. Super early. So, really good stuff coming out of the Rob player. I probably should have paid attention to the stocks, though. I know Post is down to 6. I'm pretty sure Adelphi is down to 7. But maybe I should rewind it. Okay. Okay, cool. Good job, by the way, BK. BK, there was only like a couple things that went kind of wrong in that. You were playing it pretty well for the most part. You got super cheesed pretty hard by that side B off the stage bounce. I was like so shocked by that. You drifted out pretty well too. It was that last hit, the final hit of that side B that pushed you off. I felt so bad when that happened. You drifted it pretty well. But now we got Snake versus Rob, and I feel it's funny. These two characters weigh exactly the same. They were in the exact same weight category. They weigh the exact same units, and they're both zoners. But they zone in pretty different ways. Rob zones kind of well, they both zone kind of passively, but Rob especially kind of leaves gyro on a specific spot. He'll laser once in a while. Big hit boxes, whereas Snake really likes his grenades, denying area with C4, things of that sort. I don't get these Robo Lariats though. I don't know what he's necessarily trying to do at low percents against Snake. Oh, that will reflect up smash though. That's a very interesting interaction. Snake has. I feel like Snake would have a decent matchup on Rob. This is super interesting. I'm trying to, because wow. So that was awesome. So Kenny really decided to at the very end of the stock. He didn't want to commit super hard. Snake. Kenny really did not want to commit super hard by the end of that game. By the end of that round, it's kind of funny just seeing Kenny just stay the back, just backing off. And kind of sneaking in that up tilt. When you're Rob, you definitely don't want to be above Snake. Granted, you do want to land with like neutral airs, but if you mistime that neutral air, you are going to get smacked in the leg by Snake at higher percents. So, I mean, it's probably a relatively even matchup, but really early on, Rob just took on way too much damage against Kenny. Kenny will, you know, take that lead and run with it for a mile. Well, for miles and miles and miles. Now, I do notice that we went to PS2. That was definitely Kenny's pick. I kind of hope that we do end up on PS2 again. Now, we do generally know the lineups of both sides at this point, though I don't think we saw Rob in the previous one. So this is super interesting. We might see Robin again. We might see, I don't know, we've already switched out the Rob player. Before to switch for a Rob, I'm trying to think of who the Rob player could have been. A lot of side Bs. We're getting Byleth now, so now we're getting a completely different rotation. Oh, they have 4 players. Okay, still, we have a Byleth player now. Completely different. So, this little known fact, this actually might be... This actually might be a relatively even matchup. Because Byleth does have a zoning capability when it comes to arrow. Granted, Snake obviously can low profile it, but Robin can grab Snake out of this air with up B. If Snake decides to recover high, he can be hit by Byleth's up B. I do like, not gonna lie, I really do like Snake low profiling a lot of this stuff though, because Byleth's fair and back air are very thin by comparison to a lot of other attacks. So in theory, Snake can low profile a lot of these fairs and bairs, and ooh, really good Nikita catching that low recovery. That was too low. That was so crazy. That recovery goes so far, and it was still too far away for that up B. And Snake, and right now Kenny only has 59%. Oh, and that's stacking up quick, though. 84, 96. Ooh, really good C4. Recovering low. Good, good. Back throw. But that's going to get punished with Byleth's side B. Really good low profile. Oh, trying to poke a little bit with F-tilt. Kenny's really taking his time. Taking it nice and slow. Especially on a flatter stage like this. Snake generally tends to not like flatter stages because he can get grabbed a little bit easier. But Kenny's really making this work, kind of taking his time, not committing to any sort of projectile too hard once over the other. Up throw. I don't know where these F smashes come from with Kenny, but I love it. Wow, catching the air dodge. And Nikita's so good. Back throw. Snake at 151. Air dodging through that up air. C4 wasn't quite close enough. Up smash. Not going for the grab. Ooh, that could have been a shield break if Kenny wasn't careful. Dude! Yo! Kenny! Kenny! Why would you... I haven't... There's so... Alright. Alright, you don't understand. Alright, there was so many... There's so many reasons why that move should not have worked. Why would Byleth... Why would Byleth, one of the best low recoveries in the game, jump like that? And why would Kenny think they would recover high back to stage like that when they have an up B? That was so funny. That was amazing. That was one of my favorite things that Kenny has ever done. It should not have worked. That should not have worked at all. It was like a hyper read if I ever saw one ever. I guess he kind of maybe he really thought they were jumping out of disadvantage a lot. Maybe they weren't. I wasn't noticing. Oh, we're getting Byleth again. But like the fact that Byleth can just up B and get right back to stage, but the Byleth decided we're gonna jump here. That should, I mean, good. That was so funny. Kenny just knew. Kenny just knew automatically what was going to happen. I want to know. I want to talk to Kenny after. That was so funny. That was such a good read coming out of Kenny. I love it. I love it. So amazing. Oh my god. We need more for the highlight reel. The highlight reel should always be going, man. Kenny did see the future. I love it. It's always Kenny, too. Kenny's usually the one with those weird, like, nice clippable moments. It's like, where did that come from? Usually involves, with Kenny's, it usually involves some sort of F smash read. a fair like that, or some weird grenade combo. It's usually one of those three. Kenny's amazing. But now Adelphi's down to their last 3 stocks. I assume we're going to be seeing... I assume from that we're going to be seeing... Yep, Robin. Robin's back. And Kenny was having a little bit of trouble with this in the previous round. Kenny was really getting stuck in shield last time. He needs to roll out a bit more if he's getting arc fired onto a shield like that. Probably getting a longer stage, I assume. Are we getting Town and City? No, we're getting... Okay, so this is the stage they played on before, I'm pretty sure. And I would still say, yeah, do this. This would be the best situation for Snake. But Kenny really needs to play this a little differently. He's already getting hit up with all these arc fires. Going for the command grab instead of the kill. Well, the kill, I don't think he could have killed. It was a really smart command grab then. Yeah, this is tough because Kenny really likes staying at a distance, but this is also the range that Robin really likes to play in. Nikita gonna punish that neutral, that ledge hang. Ooh, covering so many options there. That grenade covered neutral get up and jump, and the C4 covered roll. What's going on, Kenny? All of a sudden, you're doing amazing. Wow. Covering all these options all of a sudden. That's so crazy. Oh, going for the neutral air dash attack follow up. Nikita to cover the. Ooh, kind of not a great angle for the Nikita, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, that landed aerial is going to send him right back off. Oh, not going for the neutral air dodge. It's a little tough situation for Kenny. He's at the edge, getting zoned out a little bit. 121. Can Kenny hold on to this stock for a little bit longer? I feel like he needs a good amount of percent to keep this going. 50%. That's good enough. Catching... Oh my god. The C4 is so good at catching a lot of these hangs and these get-up attacks. The mileage Kenny is getting on these ledge interactions is what's really driving this match. Because Kenny is struggling a little bit right now with the projectiles, but if he can keep Robin at the ledge, he doesn't need to deal with the projectiles. Because Robin just needs to try and get around him. Such a good low profile! But that back air is going to take it. Kenny is pretty cracked right now. But Kenny really needs to keep Robin at the edge right now. This is where he's keeping it really strong. Up tilt is going to take it, though. Really good anti-air coming out of Kenny. Kenny is really turning this around from the last time these two fought. Oh, the follow-up is at 51%. Back air. Not going to follow up, though. Dash attack is going to send him right back off. Not able to get a setup in time, though. Up tilt? Nope. Jab is going to send him right back up. Ooh, using the grenade to kind of interrupt the projectile. Really good stuff. Oh, not able to punish, though. Dash attack is going to send him right back off stage. Not able to cover. Opting for a high recovery. Sticking them on the platform. There's so many things going on right now. Oh, really good roll read. If you are able to influence where your opponent, the option your opponent is going to choose at ledge, based on where you place your projectiles, that's the best stuff ever. Snake can do it incredibly well, but Robin can too. Lat landed aerial is going to get punished. Going for the C4. And up tilt, reading the roll, is going to take it. Kenny turned that around so hard. Considering how that matchup looked in the previous round, Kenny adapted so hard. And that is going to be it for post 2-0. Over Adelphi. What a switch up coming out of Kenny. Great doesn't even get a round 2. No fair to Great right now. Great didn't even get to play again. Great didn't even get to play again. I call justice for Great. Justice for Great. Come on. But geez, what adaptation coming out of Kenny right now. That was crazy. Congratulations to Post. Jeez. That was awesome. But what Kenny really did there, that really turned it around, it was all those ledge interactions. Kenny really, in the neutral, he was kind of struggling a little bit still. He was getting caught in shield for the most part. But when he put the Robin player at ledge, he would put some sort of grenade right at the ledge in neutral get-up distance. That would cover ledge hang. The grenade alone covers ledge hang and neutral get-up. Then he puts C4 at roll distance, which covers roll. But if they don't jump quick enough, the grenade will also cover jump. There's not many things that the Robin player could have done to kind of counteract that. They would need to jump super early, which Kenny could cover that with an aerial if he really wanted to. It made the situation that much more tense for the Robin player. And those, you rack up so much damage in ledge interactions. That's where Snake can really shine. And Kenny kind of realized that by the end. So even though he wasn't playing neutral the most amazing, he was able to frustrate them at ledge, and that caused their neutral to kind of fall apart by the end. It's like one of those things, because then they start jumping in on Kenny, and up tilt. Geez, especially like things like up tilt are really going to anti-air really well, especially if they aren't spacing their aerials super well anymore, or if they're getting that kind of flustered. But yeah, Kenny was able to really turn that around in the end. But yeah. But that has been the first match of the season for Post. This was Post Smash Purple versus Adelphi. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I've been Frisco Fragrant, and it's been a wonderful time. It's great to be back for this season in Smash Purple. I hope all of you have a wonderful night. Tomorrow, I believe we are getting another match tomorrow night at 8 for NECC for tomorrow night. So I hope you guys are around for that as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're around. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.